Hello everyone, it is Peep, and welcome back to Chords Party Blood Drive. I am so sorry, it's been literally over a year. The last episode I posted was July of 2023. Yeah, it's been a while. Technically the extra chapters are just like that, just extra chapters, but it's like I still wanted to show you it all for you. Okay, so I took a little while because I kind of forgot about it. I'm sorry. But then I was like, I'm gonna do it, and then someone was like, oh, I watched a video about how they're probably gonna try to remove Chords Party off of YouTube or something like that. Like, is there even a purpose of me doing it? They never actually did that, thank God. And so I'm like, you know what? I think it's time, and we could play the extra chapters. Hopefully it doesn't echo too much because it is a bit loud on my monitor, but I think it'll be okay. Anyways, I pre-ordered the new Chords Party game. I forget what it's called. It's still Chords Party 2, it's just not the other one, and it's still in a hospital. I don't even know. The lore is complicated, okay? Basically I pre-ordered it. It should be out within like a few more months. I pre-ordered it literally forever ago, but I really wanted the extra stuff. So you get like a candle, a little art book thing. It's really cool, and I think it's awesome. So let's just get right into the game, shall we? Oh, there's a lot of extra chapters. Let's just shoot from the beginning. Right, I have to click it. So cold. My entire body hurts. That's right. I couldn't move a muscle in my body. It's as if I were paralyzed. I try to focus my strength into my arms to wake them up, but my left arm seems to be broken. The areas in the most pain are my left arm and the left side of my head. My shoulders seems to have taken some of the brunt as well. I lay on my stomach and turned my neck. The one muscle still mobile for me. The scene immediate environment full of broken branches and crushed leaves. It looks like I got caught on some branches and my ribs may be broken as well. What an ungraceful sight I must be, and utterly hopeless to boot. I mustn't have allowed Mayu to see me in such a state. Please, don't look at me. Stop staring at me. At my insides. Oh God. Chick, please. Yummy, yeah. That mournful voice playing over my phone so clearly. Mayu's. I just couldn't get the sound of it out of my ears. It haunted my every thought and shook me to my core. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Sorrow and anger, hatred and remorse. My head is flooded with wave upon wave of emotion. It allowed my own morbid curiosity to get the better of me, using it as justification to disrespect or even desecrate the corpses of countless unfortunate victims in this school.
綺麗な炸裂死体だ。キラキラした光沢。真っ赤に熟れた情熱的な早期。
What a beautiful specimen. She sparkles so perfectly in the dim light, innards ripe with a red hue that belies the finality of their situation, appearing passionate and alive. And her intestines are so thin and twisted. Are you embarrassed to show me what lies beneath your skin, my nameless angel? I shall preserve this perfection on my phone for all eternity, for you are truly so unsightly, I can't help but gaze upon you. What a freak, bro. He's so weird. Kinda like his character though, like come on, you gotta have some little weirdos in series, right? One corpse more than any other caught my eye, however, and this one wasn't just some nameless person I'd never known in life, as I initially assumed. She was a friend, whom I cherished as I would a sister. She was the light that had kept me moving forward in this dark space. She was Mayu. But now, she was a stayed. Her light had been snuffed, leaving only darkness in my heart. I'm sorry, Mayu, I was... I cried with every last bit of my soul, penetrating the ugliness of my own physical form as I lay there, bruised and broken and covered in my own vomit. The pungent stench of bile filled my nose. The tears kept on streaming. I was sobbing so hard and through possibly broken bones, no less, that my airways had backed up, causing me to break out into fits of coughing. A sudden gust of wind shook the leaves on the trees around me, chilling my body and soul and filling my ears with the sound of rustling leaves. My head hurts. I feel sick. I had to move. I knew that if I didn't, I would wither and die here. Besmirched, I don't know how to say that, by my blood and the contents of my own stomach. I attempted to stand, but the pain was disheartening. I balanced myself on my right arm. With excruciating effort, was able to forcefully climb back to my feet. I put my hand on the nearest tree, using it as a crutch with which to support my weight as I relearned the mere art of remaining upright under these new physical restrictions. Glancing back towards the school, I noticed a rusty tub next to the wall. It was full of water from the near constant rain. Every step I took brought with it a new and more intense pain, but I took those steps nonetheless, approaching the tub slowly and methodically. I squatted in front of it and pulled my face close to the water's surface. Cupping some rainwater in my right hand, I splashed my face, attempting to wash up as best as I could. There he is! Another gust of wind shook the tree branches, but this time brought it with a gift, a large plastic bag, which somehow found its way to my foot and got itself caught under thereupon. I stared at it for a time, pondering what paltry favor fate had brought me, but ultimately chose to keep it on my person as I painstakingly made my way back to the school building. I entered through the connecting corridor between the main building and its annex, and resumed my wanderings through the dark, empty halls. The only sound I could hear was that of my own footfalls. From whence does this foul odor emanate, if not from all corners of this place? And just how many living, breathing human beings remain within its walls? The class rep, and Miss Yu, and Mashida's sister. I haven't seen any of them for quite a time now. Have they all perished? Am I the sole survivor? It isn't an unreasonable proposition. Surviving in a place like this requires no small amount of determination. I peered into a random classroom through its broken door, and the first thing I saw was a hefty stack of corpses, each wearing a sailor-style school uniform. Bodies here as well. I don't recall them from before. Such an old space this is, devoid of day and night alike. It's as if time had stopped, though it clearly hasn't. Corpses decompose here as anywhere else, eventually turning to bone. This is truly a wrenched place. Perhaps I'll be among the running masses now. As I walked along the old rundown halls, a scent not unlike rusted steel began to graze my nose, growing stronger and stronger as I approached my destination. And there I was, the point where the hall formed an S shape. There it was, an unmatched sight that would turn an ordinary man's stomach. Fortunately, mine had already been turned, twisted, and thoroughly emptied, freeing me to enjoy the view. Jesus, stop showing me this. The art's really good, though. Sorry I'm late. I've come to pick you up, Mayu. I knelt before the splattered chunks of human flesh on the wall, as if in reverence, and opened the large plastic bag fate had bequeathed me. Dude, please don't put that in the freaking bag. Please don't put that in the bag. No, he's doing it. No. Ew, bro, come on. There you are, Shig. What on earth kept you? I wasn't the only one waiting, you know. Teach wanted to see you perform too. It's like I said earlier, your acting is always so dazzling and full of life, whether I'm standing right next to you or watching from afar. I'll turn it down a little bit. You flattered me. Not at all. I just don't want you to miss your big chance, you know? I'm sure there's a lot of crap to deal with, but, well, I just think there's an equal amount of good that could come of it too. And it wouldn't just be for you, but for those of us who feel energized when they see you act like me. So, come on, let's go! I know you could do it! When I was young, I was highly prone to sickness, which resulted in me spending an inordinate amount of time home alone. My parents were so busy they rarely ever had time for me. So I've learned that when I know my expectations aren't to be met, I'm better off expecting nothing from the very start. This guiding philosophy made it easier for me to cope with the time I was forced to spend by myself, and ultimately, I came to prefer my own company, with willfully locking myself away. Generally, when one's child behaves in such a manner, a responsible parent would exhibit some side of worry, no? But mine did not. My father is a doctor, so his time at home was always at a premium. And in the rare instances we could talk, he would only ask questions of me as if I were just another of his patients. To me, he was less a father and more a physician. I rarely spoke, and I never smiled, and this terrified my mother, whose interactions with me were always tentative and hesitant, as if she were dealing with some rare disease. This environment shaped me into the person I am, a person distrustful of his own parents. The only family member in whom I had full confidence was my grandfather. But after he passed away, I had no one. I withdrew completely until I met Mayu. If I had met her, I may have never known the joy I was acting. Let's be together forever, Mayu. Okay. Let's be together forevermore, Mayu. You should be all here now, right? Wait. I want to talk about something really quickly. So I think it's really interesting how, like, Quartz Party, it's like, oh, it's a really messed up series, but it's like, it could be something that isn't so messed up, you know what I mean? Because of, that, like, she's so sweet. It's like, oh, it could be a nice slice of life anime, and then, for the most part, and then there's, like, him, and it's just, like, we're in this weird, messed up area, so I just think it's really interesting. It's not here. Where could it be? Mayu, your hairpin is missing! Where is it? Where did it go? I frantically searched the immediate area, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Did someone take it? Blast! I'm sorry, Mayu. I know it must be somewhere around here. I'll find it for you, I swear. Oh god, not this guy. I'm beginning to think I'm the only person still alive in here. It hurts. It hurts. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Help me. Why me? I did nothing wrong. Again. Die. Everybody just die. Damn it, it's your fault. It's all your fault. The hell it is. You're the one to blame. Everything's your fault. Mommy, I can't stop the bleeding. I can't stop it. You're the one who climbed up there just because you could. This isn't anyone's fault. I mean, you climbed it too. We fell because you pulled me. You're the one who pulled. Nuh-uh. Yaha. Children in reality are merciless creatures consumed with greed. The way they react when they've been cornered is what truly fascinates me. Those who have died and possess no physical body anymore are nothing more than balls of pure malice and regret, unsightly and best avoided. When the spark of life is attached to a body, only then it is able to shine its brightest and appear its most beautiful. I simply have no time for the dead. This guy is so messed up. As I approached the auditorium, I heard a voice echoing from within. Is someone there? I looked inside and saw a young man standing on the stage wearing a uniform on a different school. He held a plastic bag in his hand, which seemed to be standing in for a co-star. This night on Northen's parlous, I do vow its distant glow alighting on thy cheeks. For you, my deepest feelings to opine, my heart and soul cast at your worthy feet. 'Twas at that masquerade our love didst bloom, without reserve, a faceless in our gaze. Anon our families quarrel, when my fate is to be drowned deep in thy endless eyes. I don't know how to read this crap, I'm sorry. So song to sing we danced, our warm embrace shook loose the last resistance to our heart, and when our lips exchanged a softest brush, it were a dream surpassing all man's art. Regret I bear for parting there with thee, when all my instinct was to steal away. Beneath the night's cover, tarnishing our names. What need have we of names come break of day? This mad desire that burns within my heart, eternally full fit it seems to burst. Mayhap it burst long past, and now I stare upon thee with the eyes of one unmade. Ah, oh, couldst I fly to thee this very night, yet in my flight perhaps thou were dismayed. The stars in their high seats burn bright this night, as though the future twist us now to tell. My heart is restless, stricken with such terror as visions of our failure might impart. Thou art my greatest love, a blue sky, a blue's the sky, yet fate grits me and thee to drive apart. Therefore cannot we meet as lovers meet? Wherefore dost thou our hearts refuse to cross? Answers, I implore you, stars above, why tormentst thou us so with hard loss? Her hands, her feet, her lips, her being in whole, is perfect, Eden sculpted by God's hand. The lily's purity exposed, laid bare, that predators may force their way within. To call myself a guardian, to possess another, as my own desire dismays, call it a sophistry, or what thou wist, or all else may be. I'm first a man, and a man descended from Adam's skin. This impure flame is kindled here within. Alas, her smile was once enough to state these demons howling, clawing at my breast. But daily grow these feelings, and those smiles which once could soothe me, now can fear no rest. What match is there for touch, for talk, for taste, to soak thee in like venom through the skin? If sorrow hangs thee, I tend thy side, to lift thee up. Is wishing such a sin? I love thee even if 'twere from afar, or if all men dearied me from contempt. If be my hands corrupt, I'll chop them off. If be my tongue corrupt, I'll scoop it out. If my eyes should defile you, out they come, all sense of naught. If thou departest from me on bended knee, I beg of thee to spurn all others who could court you, turn and turn. If not, I pray thee one last favor grant. Allow my lips once more to touch thy hand. The man slowly, painstakingly drops one knee, as his soliloquy suggested he would. He began drawing his lips toward the plastic bag until it made him realize he had an audience. Who's there? Not a bad performance. I had no idea you were such a skilled bard. You're... What was it? You remembered my name. I'm flattered. I never imagined we'd truly meet again, however. I suppose those like mine have a certain bond in here. It's so funny how they look like completely separate ages. Like, bro does not look like he's 17. He looks like he hit just 40. You know what I mean? I guess they have similarness. Not like the look-wise, but I guess kind of background, kind of. Don't let me in with you. I'm not like you at all. Oh? Your knife has blood on it. Oh my, I forgot all about that. Ah, that's right, your interests lie in taking photos of the dead with your phone, don't they? If I'm not mistaken. I see, so you were watching me after all. Far be it from me to criticize your pastime. Getting excited, but the sight of corpses is certainly unique. Well, I suppose there's no harm in you knowing taboos don't exist in a twisted land such as this. Very true. But it's to each of us how best to use time we have left in here. And you've chosen to run around killing people with yours? Oh, come on. Oh, come now. You speak as if I'm some kind of serial killer, but I'm only kill those who catch my interest. A rose by another name. I'm sure those who've caught your interest thus far would have no qualms calling it what you are. You speak as if this doesn't concern you. I see. Am I a person of interest then? For your amusements? Let's just say you're a contender. I'm not the only one killing people, you know, and in the end there's no difference whether you're killed by the living or the dead, is there? In fact, I suspect being killed by the dead is far more brutal experience. Consider, for example, the girl who wore this hairpin in life. That's... Don't tell me you knew her. Would you give that to me? So this is a memento of the girl you love. No.
なら
Then why do you want it?
それは
Because.
それは
Because.
お前に言う
Why would I bother explaining myself to you? I must have struck a nerve as I was suddenly being attacked. Not that he was particularly good at it, though. I had no trouble at all dodging.
危ないな
Watch it now. Wouldn't lunge at a man with a knife if I were you. I tossed the hairpin across the room, then grabbed Morshiji's right arm and began twisting it.
離せ
Let go! That really hurts!
離したら
But if I let you go, you're just going to attack me again, aren't you? Shut the hell up! Just let go of me!
嫌だね
And why would I do that exactly? My prey has been caught. It'd be such a waste if I were simply to open the trap and return into the wild so soon. Jesus, dude. I placed the knife against his cheek.
答えろ
Answer my question.
髪飾り
The owner of that hairpin
お前にとって
was...
どんな存在
What is your relation to her?
なんで
Why do I have to answer a question like that? Don't get smart with me. I don't like smart. I twisted his arm even farther.
痛そうだ
That looks like it must really hurt. Maybe you should hurry up and answer my question. Bastard. Mayu is like a sister to me. We've always been together. Oh, so that paste of a dead girl's name is Mayu then. Mayu's not dead.
うん
Huh?
眉が死んで
Mayu's not dead. She's not! What's so funny?
何がってお前
What's so funny? Are you honestly telling me that girl smeared on the wall isn't dead? One little stab in the gut is usually enough to take someone out, you know? Life is fragile enough even when it's most intact. But that's not even recognizably human anymore. How exactly is she not dead?
眉は生きてる
Mayu's alive. I know she is. I heard her. From my phone, I heard Mayu's voice. She's alive. Look, she's right here. Are you telling me that bag? I just couldn't find her hairpin, so for that, I'm very grateful. Now, let go. Let go of me! Clearly attempting to ignore the pain in his arm, Morshigi bent and contorted his body until I could no longer hold on to him, eventually shoved me out of his way. Blood streamed out from the spot on Morshigi's cheek where I held the knife. It must have dug into his skin a bit during the struggle. With much effort, he stumbled his way over to where Mayu's hairpin landed. Shake. Now, I have all of you. That's enough! That's enough! I finally found your hairpin. The one you were always wearing. This is absurd.
そんなものは自己
You're just,
満足に過ぎない
placating yourself, deluding yourself.
その袋の中
All you have is a clump of meat you found in the hallway. Did this Mayu ask you to gather her up in into a bag? Was that truly what she wanted from you? Oh, I love their conversations. I love them kind of like bickering at each other. This is like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Be quiet.
お前はその行為
It's just your demented little way of soliciting forgiveness. You weren't able to protect her, so now you're desperately trying to atone for that. Shut your mouth!
お前は肝心な時
You
に
weren't
一緒にいなかった
there for her in time of need. You basically just let her die. Okay, I need to turn down my freaking volume in this damn thing. Okay, go back. Alright, there we go. Morshigi was trying to look strong and in control until now, but his cracks were starting to show. They always do after a time. She probably hates you for it. You are, after all, the man who failed to save her from gruesome demise. I don't feel that way at all. I ran into some ghostly children just before coming here, and they were saying some rather hostile things. If their grudges were any indication, then this Mayu is likely standing next to you right now, telling you to hurry up and die already. No, that's not true, Shig. You're right. You have to be. I couldn't protect her. I let my precious, precious Mayu die. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It was all me. I was the one who felt bad for those children and let myself get trapped by them. I was so lonely, so very lonely. I just needed someone to talk to. I should have listened to Shinazaki and Kishima. I would have been happy if I'd just been able to see you one last time, though. She meant so much to you, and yet you allowed her to die all alone. From this point on, you'll need to live with the guilt of that failure until the day you die. Or you could atone for your sins and take your own life, in which case I believe I can be of assistance. Stop! Mayu. I want Shig to live. Don't speak for me, you awful man. You don't know how I feel. Mayu. I loved you, you know? I was always so embarrassed to say it, but if I'd known this is how things would have ended, I would have... Mayu. That's why I don't want you to wind up like I did, okay? Moshigi stared at my knife for a long time and reached down and grabbed it. Don't do it, Shig! I'm sorry I couldn't protect you. I love you. Shig. And just like that, he stabbed himself in the chest. With what little strength he had remaining, he then pulled the knife from his body. Blood poured from his wound, staining the area around him in deep crimson. Please, no. Mayu, let's be together. Moshigi fell to the floor. His eyes still wide open once they stopped writhing. I slowly walked over to his body. I then removed the knife from his hand and shook the blood from his blade. Death is what divides humans. It returns us all to nothing. It either bring us eternal peace or eternal suffering. I'm glad this could come in handy. So tragic, yet so beautiful was laconic. I can't say that word. Waltz we danced here today, Moshiki. English is hard. There is chapter 1. I think I'll do 2 chapters each video. Possibly. Okay, cool. I guess so. Matuba. It was a few days before Ayumi would be released from the hospital. The setting was dark, political chamber, truly political, I don't know. At that, with various paintings and tapestries lining the walls and ornament vividly hued, man, these are hard words dotting the room, along with a variety of human and animal-shaped objects placed here and there. In short, these were surrounding rife and with a sinister and supernatural mystique. Such was the nature of Martuva's tomb, this secret organization of black magic practitioners to which I belonged. And into these solemn yet stern environs echoed a low, deep female voice. We hath determined the whereabouts of our hostess of objects, the grimoire plundered from our hands by those detestable Yagura. There was a slow, heavy cadence to her voice and a degree of sarcasm, I guess, to her speech that perfectly conveyed both authority and experience. This was not someone to be questioned. Surrounding me in this sacred place were numerous shadowy figures, each wearing a black robe. They looked an awful lot like the pop culture perception of devil worshippers. Truly, at long last, damn the Zagora, the Book of Shadows. The weight of this news was evident by the sudden emotional reactions of those around me. I, too, was wearing the black robe, though the bits of pale skin peeking through would have made it easy to pick me out from a lineup. Lo, the radiance of our queen hath reached mine eyes from the depths of the schoolhouse manifested by the Nirvana. Oh, just as predicted. Our founder's wisdom rings true. What was the girl of use? There was a palpable sense of excitement throughout the chamber. Come. Okay. I step forward. Mistress Magari of the second degree, we place in thee our trust by thy mission. Thanks a bunch. The very fate of this, our sacred order of Martuba's tomb, doth depend solely upon the Book of Shadows. Why do they speak like that? It's hard for to read. I don't know this sort of old English, okay? Thus must thou use thy power to retrieve it forthwith. Huh? By myself? That beast. Though, oh my gosh, thou beast, the sole master available at this juncture. Just bear with me, guys. English is hard, okay? Especially old English. Like, what the scallop? She with the second right of succession, okay, also present with the Nirvana. Thou art to retrieve both the book and the girl. Fine. I had no qualms about talking back to our high and mighty leader, but some fights you just can't win. There was no getting out of this one, so I figured I'd just suck it up. We shall keep the abreast of all pertinent information. Do not falter. If thou shouldest fail, know that thy right of succession shall be revoked. Words. I found myself in the local park that night. From atop the jungle gym, I contemplated my situation. Why does everything have to suck so much? With my position as successor on the line, I guess I don't really have a choice but to go. But goddamn, Heavenly Host, why? And to have to go after that fucker, Azua, on top of everything else? Where the hell does she get off? I laid myself back onto the steel bars of the jungle gym and gazed upon at the sky. The stars were particularly bright that night. What the fuck do I have to die on? Why did you have to die on me? Naho? Naho! Bitch scum shithead! I could almost make out Nairo's wry smile in the sky above, as if she'd somehow become a constellation after her passing. Naho. I missed her. I really liked her character. I was supposed to be the one to kill you. I felt alone, unchallenged. And then even Naho, constellation, died on me, sliced through by the tail of a shooting star in the dark of night. Why'd you have to leave me? Aren't I good enough for you? Unfortunately, I was alone no longer. A voice rang out from below me. It was Misuto. Hey, long time no see. Oh, I hate that guy. I turned to look. I saw him standing at the bottom of the jungle gym, waving. I said nothing in response. I said, brandishing my scythe and leaping from my perch in one swift motion, hoping to catch him off guard and lop off his damned head. He's obviously ready for me, however, usually stopping my advance with a 500 yen umbrella without once displaying a slight surprise, or a strain on his face. If I had to give him credit for one thing, it would be keeping cool under pressure. My strength is not unashamed. He had been struggling to hold me back if I didn't show. You're also up to the Book of Shadows, aren't you, Miss Fourth in the Lines? How about we work together till one of us gets it? The scythe and the plastic umbrella's frames scrapped against one another with ear-splitting shing. I had every intention of killing him right then and there, and I made no effort to hide it. Misuto, meanwhile, just smiling back at me, though he had a look in his eyes, as well as slightly his outwardly nonchalant regard for this battle. His black pupils shone red in the dim light. Finally, we reached and pushed hard enough that our weapons clashed and deflected one another, putting some slight distance between us. Well, save this fun for later, persistent Yagura scum. With a flick of the wrist, I shrank my scythe back into portable form and sheathed it. I then crossed my arms and smiled. Yeah, there'll be plenty of time for a battle royale later. I guess I'll have to wait till then, because I sure would love to kill you too, Martuba. When this is all over, I'll be sure to watch you take your last breath. If we're going to work together, though, we'll need to be on the same page. I believe what you're looking for is a fully intact Book of Shadows, correct? Your holy object with the Nirvana and the core all put right back into it to form completed whole as it originally manifested. Suto pointed his 500 yen umbrella at me. That Nirvana was awakened a long time ago by Yashi of the Shinozaki lineage, which means the book can't be reformed by anyone but Ayumi Shinozaki, the successor to that line. Suto huffed, dear Isai Fleet. So I plan on sending Ayumi to the Nirvana, to Heavenly Host once more. I'll get her to pay a visit to Makina Shinozaki's apartment. Suto had his arms crossed as well. This was about as reluctant as a truce as they come. Is that so? You do realize that if she dies, there's no one left to replace her. Of course I know that, which is why I'll be supporting her from the shadows as much as a real pain in the ass that is. Okay, you do that. I've got some plans on my own. This hardly counts as working together, you know? It's pretty much just a race to see who gets the book first, and that sure as hell ain't gonna be you, you parka freak. Says you, shit bitch. He turned to walk away, but not before chucking a knife in my general direction. It grazed my cheek before embedding itself in the bark of a tree behind me, though I made absolutely no attempts to dodge it, nor did I allow my expression to change even marginally. Excellent. I smiled wildly, drunk on my own insane missions. The pieces were all falling into place. Much later. Oh god, why is she naked? Lying on my back in the bathing area, I thoroughly sized up the ever-after stones I'd stolen. I don't want to see her naked. All the while, I made her scrubbing me down to get rid of dead skin cells I could keep on looking pure and lovely. Ouch. The maid just flashed me a smile and continued scrubbing. Book of Shadows aside, I wonder if I can maybe find or somebody. That might seem like it might be kind of fuck. The vengeance scrubbing was making my body vibrate quite a bit. In between that of my monologuing, I wound up biting my tongue. Melee shot to my feet. That's the stop! You bit I bit my tongue! Not just yet, but we need to wash you down with hot water. I got so much off you, must feel like a new woman. Is my skin squeaky? It is. Prove it. As you wish. Sure enough, when the maid ran her fingers on my body, the resistance they found created a sound unlike that of a freshly clean plate. Ew, I don't care about this. Move on. Well, not bad for a scrub. Okay then, all is forgiven. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Tired of this crap. God, fucking Heavenly Host. Girl, can you, stop cussing so much? But I got to my king-size canopy bed, sprawling out as much as I possibly could. On the floor nearby was a suitcase my butler, Waldo, had prepared for me. Madame? Waldo was always so courteous, and always kept an even tone of voice when addressing me. Preparations had been completed. I turned my head and looked down at the suitcase. Damn it all, God. Damn it all, God. I slowly peeled myself off the bed to begin the arduous task of packing for my trip to Heavenly Host. Open and ready for me, the suitcase contained a number of essentials that Waldo had pre-packed on my behalf. This sucks. It's awful. I hate it. There was a canteen, some store-bought sweet buns, a black robe, some candles, matches, a knife, and a few other assorted survival items. This sucks. It's awful. I hate it. Madame, I've also prepared for you some cosmetic water and liquid foundation, along with milk lotion if it's needed. He had 2 large bottles in his hand. I hate it. Of course. Oh, that was it? I guess I can do another chapter then. As long as that one doesn't take too long. I'm like, I want these to be around an hour long. Can you hurry up? Take me to the freaking menu. I can't see anything! Hello? Why can I not see anything? Okay. Let's just hurry up. Why did I not see anything? What happened, game? I'm not editing this out. I don't care. Hurry up. I don't know why I did that. Chapter 3. Yeah, I'm using my alt account for this, because I've already played the game on my main. Hey, what do you want? You're a pain in the ass, you know that? Huh? Did you just say what I think you said, you bastard? You always say that with a smug look on your face. I'll never lose to the likes of you, you hear me? Never! Despite the oppressive summer heat, there was just something about that momentary breeze blowing through the hallway that always struck me as kind of lonely. The window was open only about 10 centimeters with the weather system rolling in. That was more than enough to cool the place down pretty well. I squinted my eyes as I looked outside, enjoying this moment of rest while I could. My name's Kai Shimida. I commute to Byakuren Senior High School by day and model for Men's Buckle by night. Men's Buckle is a men's fashion magazine you can find on the shelf in most any bookstore. There are a bunch of high schoolers who model for them, but I'm kind of in a class of my own, and basically they're standalone charisma model. I mean, he is pretty attractive, so it's kind of funny how like they look so much different than some of the other characters. Like their age difference isn't much of like a thing. Like Mashida, he's like, I think they're 15, 16 in this, and then these people are like 17. Maybe 18, that's pushing it. But like there's like not much of a difference. So they look completely different in age. It's like they don't really look much different in real life. They're like basically the same. At least look-wise. Like age, obviously there's maturity difference. But it's just so funny because these people look like they're in like that one vampire anime, if anybody knows. Their monthly sales go up by like 10,000 whenever I'm on the cover, naturally. Needless to say, I ain't got no problems with women, and I ain't got no problems with money. Plus, I'm strong in fights, so I guess you could say I'm like Mr. Perfect, a real Renaissance man. But even, an Adonis like me, I ain't gotten it that easy. There's one guy who just pushes my buttons every time I see him, and that guy is none other than something that fell forward as if I'd been shoved from behind. Did I just walk into something? Fucker acknowledged what he did but just barely. He didn't even slow down. He just kept on walking like he bumped a potted plant in passing. Ow! Hey, hold up, you bastard! It actually did hurt. It hurt a lot. I yelled after him at the top of my lungs, but he either didn't notice or he didn't care. And whichever it was, it pissed me off. Damn it. His name is Yuya Kizami. He's way bigger than me than he has any right to be, and I wouldn't hesitate to call him my mortal enemy. I've called him out time and time again, but got beat on every occasion to date. He's the only dude I've never actually been able to win against. Guess you just can't win when you're fighting someone with no standards. Or so I like to tell myself, but there are only so many times a guy can be humiliated before he's just gotta win. And I don't care what kind of underhanded tactics I gotta use, I planned on making him kneel before me. In order to guarantee my victory, though, I'm gonna need to dig up some dirt on him. It won't be hard to find, man. He's a freak. I considered my options as I entered the stairwell. Two classmates of mine were there. They were talking video games, which is nothing new. Like, look at them. They look so much younger than the other guy. What type is your top man again? A fire type. That's weak to water. What about yours? Look at him. He looks like even younger. Obviously, it doesn't really matter. I just think it's kind of funny how the other characters are like very slightly, obviously different. It's like, oh look, they're more attractive, and it's just so funny. Exact same. Man, doesn't anybody around here have any ground types? Weak? What he's weak to, that's it. All I gotta do is exploit his weakness. Haha, he's gotta have one. But wait, what type is he? I thought about it for a moment, then decided what the hell did it matter, and I began to laugh like a maniac. What a freak, dude. Got a lot of freaks in the school, huh? Huh? What the? I can win! I can beat him! This time, I'll beat the shit out of him, for sure! They looked at me like I was a dancing skeleton or something, but what the fuck did I care that they thought of me? I was feeling great. I'm gonna plug in my phone while I do this. That was Shimida, right? I'll never understand that boy. Are they older than him or something? Cat just got up because he's tired of me moving. And so I set off to find that deadpan douche's weakness. Gaia has whispered in my ear that victory is at hand. Come on, hurry it up. We're gonna lose our spots if we don't get there right away. So stop being such a slow eater. What? How about you stop complaining and just pick up the pace? That hurt. Who the hell? He looked like he was going to flip out, but as soon as he saw me, he calmed down real quick. Now he was probably asking himself why wasn't I watching where I was going. A cold chill ran down his back, and all I had to do was glare at him. He shriveled back. Fuck your deal. Bump into somebody without even so much as an apology? Get some balls, kid! I grabbed him by the front of his shirt and tilted my head toward him, staring him through the corner of my eyes. No, I was just in a hurry. That's all. Oh, so if you're in a hurry, you don't need to apologize for bumping into someone? I learned something new today. Does that mean if I beat the shit out of you and I say I was in a hurry, I don't need to apologize for it? Everywhere you look, it's all people act like bitches. That's why I always hated coming here during the day. Nothing like yokels getting worked up over fuck all. Man, I'm beat. You know these guys are freaking teenagers and all they do is yip yap and cuss all the time. Oh gosh dang, man. Stop cursing. This is a family channel, I'm kidding. That shoot ran way too long last night. I can't believe I missed that last train. Feels like I didn't get any sleep at all. I am so tired. I'm not cussing this much. I can't. Huh? As I lazily stumbled through the hall, I came upon 3 girls who were laughing and talking, just yoking it up, yap yap yap, and blocking the way. They didn't seem to notice me though. That's Shimida. Not only does he model, but he's just got that cool cat style in general, you know? But he fools around all the time. Makes him kind of creepy, if you ask me. I heard he's mistreated some of his girlfriends pretty badly, too. I'm totally a Kizami girl myself. He's smart, tall, and way more mature than any other guys around here. Right on, sister! He doesn't say a whole lot, but that's actually a part of his charm. Yeah, I'm right here, there with you. If someone asked me to choose between Kizami or Shimada, it'd be Kizami all the way. What, didn't you just call Shimada a cool cat? Not as a person, I meant in terms of looks. I could never go with a narcissist like that. I can't even imagine someone getting seriously into him. You're so mean. Wouldn't it be kind of cool though if he got into a relationship and it turned out the girl was just using him? Oh, now that is super mean. He'd do so much better if he'd open his mouth though. He should just shut up and look good. Then everything would be a-okay. For serious, Shimada's a real bad egg, stinky as they come. He's so funny. Hey, I'm hearing every word of this, you bitches. Don't be talking up your poop here, you filthy... Man, why are you so mean, bruh? Like, this is why you get your bad rep. Then he's like, man, these people are the worst. And then he's just like, the worst of the worst. Like, duh, nobody likes you, bro. Wow, he's scary. Watch your mouth. That's why everybody hates... Huh? You talking back to me? You twiggly little poop? Who's everybody? Come on, out with it. Let's go, okay? Okay. Why is somebody like that in Bakian in the first place? Yeah, get out of this place, you little freak. The girls took off faster than they'd probably ever run before in their lives. Damn pussies. I'm so fucking pissed! Not now! I know I said I wouldn't cuss, but it's kind of hard not to with this guy. That's all he does! After the war and the effort to help push internalization and economic growth, the education and intuition was built here as a sister school to Vakdane Academy in Austria. Initially, it was an all-boys school strictly attended by sons of affluent families, but it's since gone co-ed and relaxed is Bodhi-toddy? I don't know what that is. Acceptance requirements. Thanks to its history, endurance, reputation, though it's still largely a den of well-behaved goody two-shoes, so I'm kind of the odd man out in a way, and that's fine by me. Alright, let's see what I can dig up. Go into the council room. He's probably a bad boy. Somewhere. Mitsuki, did the budget application from the regular style comedy research club come in yet? Not yet, and if they don't submit it soon, there's going to be hell to pay. No kidding, I should have a word with them. I turned back to my monitor and continued typing. This work wasn't going to do it itself. Meanwhile, Mitsuki was busy checking each of the thick file folders on each of the document shelves, and she wasn't missing a beat either. The club president is always so slow, and he's always making excuses about it. That's fitting, I suppose. Anyone who does ragu has to be my master of speech in order to pull it off. Mitsuki stopped what she was doing at this and just stared at me. I could feel her eyes burning into my head, so I stopped what I was doing as well and stared back at her. What is it? I was just thinking, if you told me you did ragu yourself, I don't think it'd be the least bit surprised. Welcome, welcome, thanks for coming out. You know, when the times change, a lot of other things change with them. They say songs reflect the era, and the era shifts as popular music shifts, but when I see a girl I thought was cute back in the day walking down the road with her granddaughter, and all I can think is, who cares about the music? How did I get so old? What? Why? What kind of image do you have of me? I just think you'd look good in a kimono, that's all. Huh? What, is there something wrong with that? I tried to play it off. I didn't really want to deal with whatever implications there may have been here, if there were any at all. Oh, I see. Alright then. You also strike me as kind of a father figure in a way. Oh, you just killed him. Father figure? So you killed him. Hello? Is something wrong? Itsuki waved her hand back and forth in front of my face. I'm a father figure. See, it's like a cute slice of life anime, and then you have like messed up moments. Well, you're really level-headed for a high school student, and you're always either reading or doing crossword puzzles in your spare time. Those are traits you find more often in someone's dad commuting to work than you do in a high school student, don't you think? That may be true, but Mitsuki, I do truly come across to you like an old man. That's what I've been trying to tell you. He kind of reminds me of that one guy from, like, Attack on Titan, who people think he's really old, but he's, like, 19. So that's it, then. That's how it is. I mean, he has a similar hair and look, doesn't he? Just kidding. Huh? He may have the hobbies of a middle-aged man, but you're a wonderful, caring, and reliable high school student council president where it counts. Mitsuki. Thank goodness. If I became a class's dad, I don't know how I'd be able to live with myself. Wait. Actually, if I may ask, has anything bad happened to you recently? Huh? Not that I could think of. Why? Well, it's probably nothing, but you just seem depressed lately. From time to time, out of sorts, I suppose. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine, but if you ever want to talk about anything, I hope you know I'm here for you. Thank you, Figori. What? That's what I mean about you being wonderfully caring. Well, I am your father, after all. That's what I like about you. You know, Mitsuki, got something to ask you. Oh, and you're here too, Yamato. Perfect. I need hey, what's wrong? As if he weren't distasteful enough to begin with, interrupting this tender moment with Mitsuki certainly did nothing to endear him to me. You know, what's got you in such a pissy mood? Actually, scratch that, I don't care. I need to ask you something. What is it? I'm actually thinking of inviting Kizami to hang out. But I want to know what sort of things he doesn't like so I can avoid them. Something Kizami dislikes. Let's see. I can't say no of a single thing off the top of my head. I guess when I had to help out with Kurozaki with his part-time job, he looked rather unsettled. Part-time job, huh? What kind of job was it? It was at Tenji Highland's frightful labyrinth school, if I recall. I believe he was. Wait just a minute here. Hirata, you got a serious grudge against Kizami, right? And now you're inviting to hang out? Something smells real fishy here. I heard that. I caught you red-handed, didn't I? I didn't say nothing. You made a noise. I bet you're planning to set him up again, aren't you? Now, Mitsuki, let's not get too carried away. That's right, Yamato. I'll give you wrinkles on that perfect forehead. It'll give you wrinkles on that perfect forehead, which will not do you no favors to your beautiful face. Though I do still love the way you look when you're angry. Hirata sneaked a quick kiss on Mitsuki's left cheek. What is wrong with you, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing? Ah. That's enough. Shirane then flashed Mitsuki a smirk and turned heel. About time, I was on my way. Laters. But wait, hold! You're so not getting away. Calm down and Mitsuki. Drop the chair, drop the chair! I heard Mitsuki's fury erupting from behind the door, but paid it no head and just walked out of the student council room. I got what I came for, Mr. Frightful Labyrinth. Alright, good to go. Now I just gotta confront him. Speak of the devil, squinting my eyes, I could just make out Kizami walking a little ways ahead of me. Guess it's my lucky day. Yo, hey, Mr. Emo! Going home by yourself again? How sad! Hey, listen to me when I'm talking to you. Are you deaf? Stop, Kizami! He was going to ignore me, but I was bound and determined to get his attention. I started yelling at the top of my lungs. Finally, the usually expressionless Kizami turned around, and he actually looked annoyed as hell with me. Good. What do you want? Don't be sighing when you're looking at someone. What I got prey in my sights. I'm not the kind of guy who lets it get away. So your own damn fault for ignoring me the first time. Am I your prey then? You see anyone else here, pretty boy? Oh. I'm different today, Kizami. I'm ready for you. Let's settle this right here and right now. I stand alone, beaten by the cold wind, and that's the way I like it. Perfect. I'm perfect, and you're gonna regret you ever crossed me. Hey. What do you want? You're a real pain in the ass, you know that? Huh? Did you just say what I think you said, you bastard? And always with that smug look on your face. I'll never lose to the likes of you. You hear me? Never! I'm always gonna be alone. Huh. Well, that's fine. As long as I'm always on top. As long as I never lose to anybody else. Not anybody. Hey, hello? Yo, you listening, Kizami? Huh, is that so? Is that so? Fuck you! What the hell are you laughing at? Don't be making a fool out of me, you jackass. It's not intention to make a fool of you, huh? I don't get you, man. You think you could always just play it cool, and people like me will look the other way? Eat some of this. Once upon a time, there were 3 young boys who snuck into a deserted house. What's this all about now? Just shut up and listen. The house had a thatched roof and had been totally empty for decades. The floors were patched with boards, the walls were in shambles, and there was tons of dust on top of scattered broken furniture the former owners had left behind. Once they got inside, the kids split up and went to the kitchen, while another went to the bedroom, and the third went to go check with an old shuggy board and he'd seen in the living room. He quietly swept off all the dust from the board with his sleeve, and that's when he noticed the red and black spots all over it. They were bloodstains! He gasped! His pulse was racing and his breath turned erratic. He couldn't look at it anymore. He averted his eyes, looking up instead, where he saw a rope hanging from a ceiling beam with a loop tied to the end that hung down. This made him weak in the knees, and he couldn't bear to look at it anymore, so he averted his eyes again, this time looking down. And how he had missed this before, they were right beneath his field of vision, lie a rusty knife with red and black stains on the blade. He screamed, absolutely terrified, and his friends quickly ran into the room to see what was the matter. It didn't take them nearly as long to notice the bloody shaky board and the noose and the rusty blood-covered knife at which point they all froze in fear too. After a few moments, in stunned silence, a creaking sound resonated from somewhere above their heads. The three of them looked up in unison, all terrified. Look at him look away, he's so annoyed. The rope hanging from the ceiling began moving on its own, spinning in a wide circular motion. For a second, their minds all went blank. They all just scrambled at once to get the hell out of there, tripping over anything and everything that stood between them and the door. Safely outside, they thought they were finally out of the woods, and then crash! The deserted old house made an awful sound, collapsing in on itself before their eyes. They were shaking hard by this point, and they were all like, let's get far away from here, now! But just as they turned to leave, they heard one last sound come from the ruins of the old house. It was the sound of that old rope creaking as it swung. And it was the other world. It was otherworldly, so that it was creepy as fuck. I see. That's it? You're not scared? Come on, dude, freak out. You seem to be easily amused. Oh, stuff it. Shit, this isn't working at all. I have no choice, but I gotta fall back. You win this round, but I'll be back, you hear me? Don't you dare. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. And with that, I went off. Damn, yesterday was a huge pain in the ass. Does this guy even have a weakness? Or is he, like, totally inflammable? No, there has to be something that bothers him. It's impossible for there not to be. Oh, my freaking thing died. I need to settle the score. Depressed and determined, I went to the student council room. Anybody home? And of course, when I open the door, I should see... But Kizami? Hold on. There it is. Did I snip this before anything happens? He'd placed a chair by the window and had his eyes closed, but for some reason his forehead was all scrunched up, like he was trying to think of something. When I called out, Kizami opened his eyes and gave me a sharp glare. It was kind of actually intimidating, though I'd never say that to his face unless I backed off a little. What the hell? You want to go, huh? Kai, how many times I told you not to stir up trouble in the student council room? Huh? Why is the door open? Whoa! Did I come at a bad time? Or something? We all turned our attention towards Kurizaki. No, Kurizaki, you came just at the right moment. Seriously? Sure seems like bad time to me. There's totally a chill in the air here. It's from those two. Hey, don't talk about us like we're plagued or something. So, Kurizaki, what can I help you with? Oh yeah, I thought maybe we could all try some of this together. Is that... Yep, the infamous R2... Oh my gosh. Kinari bread. It's usually sold out, but I managed to get my hands on some today. I was thinking it might be fun for us to try our luck. It was actually written like R squared and stood for Russian roulette. They were small bread bites covered in fried sajbian noodles. Only a few packs were produced each day, and for every 20 pieces, 5 of them at random were secretly infused with red-hot chili sauce. Strangely, this made it a real hit item. Is that supposed to be kind of dangerous, though? Like, to the extent that people have actually passed out from it? Those are just silly rumors. If we were really capable of knocking people out, they would have stopped selling it a long time ago, don't you think? That is true. Oh, but you're not good with these, are you, Kizami? Huh? I guess it'll be me, Fekura, and Shimida. Oh, no way! You gotta get in this too, Kizami. R2's super rare after all. You can't just not eat it when you got it. Oh, I know. Since you got this rare opportunity, how about we continue what we started last night, you and me? You're not gonna back down for a challenge, are you? You're certainly persistent. You're damn straight, I am. You fuck! It ain't about to go down. I ain't about to go down a loser. I'm nobody's bitch. We're gonna settle this score right here once and for all with this R2 Yashiba bread. But it'd be kind of boring just to try our luck and be done with that. What do you say we put something on the line? If you win, let's see, how about I give you the cover spread on the next issue of Men's Buckle? But if you lose, you're gonna bow before me and admit you're a loser. Alright, I accept those terms. What? Hey, Kizami! Hand it over. Well, didn't I say it? Well, don't say I didn't warn you! Oh my gosh. And I took a piece of bread for the wrapper. You all ready? You bet, just say the word. Why do I have to be a part of this again? On 3. 1, 2. Looks like Sean hit the jackpot. Are you alright, Kai? That was one of the chilly faces, alright? I did my best to hold in my screen that there was only so much I could do. Something had to give. It was tough not spitting it out, but I had to show these shitheads that I could handle a little spice. You brought this on yourself, you know. Here, drink some tea. I snatched the bottle from Kisaki and chucked it down wholesale. You're all teary-eyed, are you okay? I'm not crying. Really, but your eyes. I said I'm not crying! Alright already. You don't need it for the lone gasket. It's like I win. Why'd I have to be the only one to get a hot piece, damn it? All my sources said there'd be extra noodles on the ones with the chili sauce. Is that all just smoke my ass? While I continued to mull over where I went wrong, Kirishima got his concerned look on his face. He was staring straight at Kizami, who'd suddenly gotten real still. Hey, you alright, Kizami? Why wouldn't I be? Well, you're bothered by parsley, right? See, this is what happens when you push yourself. You don't look so hot. Crap! Kizami cupped his hands over his mouth and Kizami shot him a hell of a glare. Oh god. So that's it? You would just parsley? Parsley? That's so lame. I may have taken some blows to the chili sauce, but you took some heavy hits yourself from the parsley, so I say this match is a draw. That's absurd. What's absurd about it, you bastard? I don't lose. I can't. It's not possible. Damn it, not now. Yeah, sure I can. Okay, see you soon. What's that, you have work? Yeah, I'm getting called in for the gig that just came up, so I guess we'll have to just settle this another day. That's not how it works. Withdrawing from a challenge is tantamount to losing. Huh? No fucking way. If it's from third-party interference, it don't count. So any loss on my part is a null and void. I can't help if I'm busy. I'm popular, and I'm also out of here. No matter how much work you've got, Kai, just don't push yourself too hard. Remember, you're a student first. Yeah, I got it. Speaking of, if there's anything in the wings, Mr. President, I'll be sure to follow up. But for now, I'm off. Later. Loser. The hell you just say? Well, here we go. Kisami can be a real sore loser. But you two, if you're going to fight, just take it outside! Fury was basically facepalming, but me, I was ready to rip Kisami a new one. Man, this chapter is like the longest freaking thing in my entire life. You really boil my blood, you motherfucker. I just want to puke when I see your face. I could say the same to you. You're a mongrel. All bark, no bite. You little... Who the fuck you calling a mongrel? I don't know what that is, bro. I hope it's not something terrible. It might be. Who knows? I can't let you get away with that shit. I don't give a fuck if you cry like a punk-ass bitch. You're mine. All I hear is barking. I'll show you, barking bastard. Let's go one more time. Fine, I'll be happy to show you which of us is stronger. You're on! You're going down! I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, you brain dead. Hey, could you buy some egg bread? What, me? Hey, did you see this month's issue of Men's Buckle? Huh, not yet, why? I saw this when I was walking past the bookstore yesterday. Ta-da! Yu's on the cover, isn't that amazing? What? Why Kizami? Oh, I can't answer that. For whatever reason, Chevy and Yuya wanted to test their luck, or to be more accurate, they, along with Masato and Kenji, decided to take the R2 Yashiro Bread challenge, but when they couldn't agree on a victor, Yaya and Chadria had an egg bread speed eating contest, and as usual, Shirane bowed out early. The difference is, this time, they put something on the line. The right to be on the model of this month's issue of the men's buckle. That does sound like Shibata. I could easily see him making a wager like that without thinking it through. He never thinks anything through, though. I have to admit, I'm really grateful for it this time. Thank you, Shimida. Kind of surprising the publisher would allow someone with no modeling experience to be their cover model, though. Well, he is Bakudan's most well-rounded man. His cover shot brought up sales over 30,000 copies, apparently. Was the sky always this big and blue? Honestly, I never expected he'd actually be able to join me for the shoot after I lost the bet. But both the editor and the cameraman gave the okay without a second thought. I mean, fuck. What is he? This sucks. Wait just a minute. I'm the charisma model here. I ain't got time to sulk. I won't lose to that dipwad. No way, no how. In fact, the battle's only just begun. I have Gaia on my side. Next time I'll have him begging for mercy. You better be ready for me, Kizami. Man, this chapter is so long! Not even that long, but I didn't think it'd be this long. Did you hear that thoroughly disturbing laugh? I surely did. Never a dull moment with Shibata around, is there? Just another peaceful day at Bakuyan. There it is, finally! I'm like, oh my god, are we gonna see more of this? Alrighty, thank you everybody so much for watching. I will play more of this, don't you worry, I will. I'll probably post it once a week. Yeah, so stay tuned to more Chords Party. I'll play the other chapters, which are like, I think I'll probably do 3. Because there's like, actually I'll probably just finish the rest in the last ones. But thank you all so much for watching, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye everybody.